Hello, hello. 1212. Let's check the audio first, as usual. Twitch works superbly nicely. And YouTube worked nicely as well. 66666. Great. Great. Hello, how are you guys doing on this Sunday? I'm doing mediocre. I think I developed throat infection in the middle of the night. Couldn't sleep because of that, because I felt like I have an iron ball inside my throat. So that was nice. So we will see how long the stream will go on. Because at some point I might just feel like I'm unable to talk. Dexterovsky's here. Hi! Dexterovsky says, hello, great, eating breakfast right now. Great, what are you having for breakfast? I had like 3 toasts and pepper and some cucumber. And some medicines. That was my breakfast. My most meaningful moment of breakfast. Medicine for throat. So we will see how long I will be able to use my voice. I hope y'all feeling better than me. So, what was I doing really? From Dexterovsky says sandwiches with salmon. Nice. I love salmon. That's nice. Oh, I see here's the altar to Half-Life 3 happening. Yeah, we will burn it as usual. For every stream. Until it happens. Oh, that's so stupid. Yeah, from what I remember, we were making this kind of wind propeller, so we could spice up a little bit the gameplay portion of. Maybe let's just start with that. I don't know why I started from here, but whatever. I have those flame bubbles going on. I need to gather the gold and shiny diamond stuff, whatever that is in there. And here is the flammable wooden something. So the idea is that I have to shoot one. The flame propagates slowly but surely until everything burns down. Placeholder graphics. Now I can collect it and see messed up chaos physics. One day I will fix it. An idea is to spice it up a little bit. So on the last stream I was thinking, hey, I could have a wind actor, right? Wind actor, sorry. Wind propeller that you have to adjust the direction of the wind propelling the bubble, so it will actually go into the direction that you want, and then you shoot at it, and that's how you unlock it. Will it be a thing that will spice it up in such a way that I could build like the whole sequence out of it? We'll see about that. I'm not sure. Nothing like a hot tea with some honey for throat infection. Where the hell does my player start? Here. So, Dexterovsky, as you've been saying on Discord, you've been playing with landscape lately, right? What are you planning to do with landscapes, apart from just, regular landscape work? And also, does it imply that your game will be open world-ish, or have at least open areas? Okay, so here's my start. And when was I with this thing? like, let me get back to it. I wasn't that far. I remember now. I was supposed to clean a little something. Because I created this interface, right? And for how arrow informs other objects that they've been hit by arrow, right? Because I had this problem where in my propeller I was reacting on overlap, getting a normal vector from it, but it was wrong normal vector. So I fixed that by creating interface, and now I should go through all my arrow interactions and re-implement them using this interface. Will I do it right now? Probably not. Yeah, like right now I want to at least establish whether the whole propeller is a good thing, or should I just throw it into a toy box and never come back to it, or come back to it later when I will get an inspiration. And also thinking like this stream might be a little bit shorter than usual because I don't know when my voice will be like, dude, I'm done. I don't want to waste like 20 minutes right now of stream time for fixing, right? But it does need to be, it does need to be done. English match. It needs to be done, right? Dexterovsky says, no, I don't plan any open worlds, but I wanted to play with landscapes a little and learn something. Ah, yeah, sure. But I think I will turn this into a playable map level. That's a good idea. Yeah, it's always nice to learn some new things. And regarding to your, Dexterovsky then continues, and regarding to your throat, when I stopped drinking alcohol, I also stopped being sick. I don't remember when I was sick. I envy you. I don't drink alcohol almost at all. I very rarely drink, which sometimes I hear shit about, because being, as you probably know, being Polish and not drinking alcohol, it's people treat it like it's an affront to the whole state of existence, right? Whole state of existence. So you have to be assertive to do this around certain people. And yeah, I can confirm when I stopped drinking alcohol, my immune system got better, but still my immune system is not that great. I get infections quite often during the year, and it's mostly throat infection. Like, throat is my weakness, and I remember seeing doctor about this, like, dude, can we do something so I would not get sick? And he did like the whole interview with me, and he declared, well, you got fucked up immune system because you were taking so many antibiotics when you were a kid, and you had lots of angina, so my throat is so messed up that there are lots of like curvatures where bacteria and viruses can just stay and multiply, right? And I was like, so can we do something about this? Well, you just need to take good care of yourself, and then you still will be sick. You will still catch some throat infections, but other than that, you'll be fine. And I'm like, okay. Get some sandwiches with garlic. I was eating garlic yesterday, I think. Yeah. I try to eat it. Yeah, but you know, let's not talk about throat infections anymore, because you know, at least they are coming and going, right? It's not like I develop a throat infection for a whole month. It's like, okay, for a couple of days I will be feeling way worse. Maybe I will have to take some, you know, sick leave days, but then I will bounce back. Not a biggie. At least the infection stops at the throat, because the more problematic problem is when it goes further down the, you know, breathing tract, or however it's being called in English. That's where the real trouble happens. Dexterovsky says, I hope you'll get rid of it fast. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. And I hope you have a nice salmon sandwiches right now and you enjoy your breakfast. Okay, in what way I was rotating this whole thing and does it work? I think it was moving. It was just not taking into the account the direction of my shooting, as we can see. But it is rotating. And I think I went with a shortcut and I used rotating movement component, which is not something that I think I will be I would be using for the final like shipping thing, or maybe I'm not sure. Depends on how crazy I will get with this, right? Yeah, because I want to... Oh, I forgot to turn on paint. I knew that I forgot to turn on something. That's the thing that I dislike the most about being sick. It's okay that, you know, throat hurts, right? And it hurts to talk. Okay, you can deal with that. But the fact that your organism is concentrated on defeating the virus, so your capabilities of like getting shit done in a regular way are a little bit lower, so you have to think a bit slower. It's kind of annoying. And I loved being sick when I was a kid, which right now I think is also the reason why I'm getting sick as an adult. But being sick as a kid, it was awesome because I get to stay at home and play video games all day. That was the shit. Okay, why do I need paint? Well, because I wanted to write basically for myself, so I will remember it for the whole stream. I want to develop two versions of it. One, which was suggested by Dexterovsky here, is the one where I'm shooting at the propeller and the angle is unbound, right? Angle is completely unbound, and you gotta, it will be the harder version, right? So I will shoot my red thingy here. It will start rotating, and it can rotate even with the one shot at 360 degrees. And yeah, I think that was that. Oh, I need to introduce drag. Okay. That's what I remember. I need to introduce drag to it. The second version is the easier version that I would love to do. I'm not sure if I will do it this stream, depends on my throat. Is the one where if I hit it and the wind blows in a specific way, if I hit it, it will turn, but only 90 degrees, right? In the direction that goes along with the shooting. And there was a third version that I don't remember right now. No, now I remember. Dexterovsky suggested that it should be connected with charging. So the stronger my charge shot, the more it will rotate, right? And the angles are unbound. Here, the charge doesn't matter in the second version. It's just, you know, moving constantly 90 degrees is the easy version. And I remember writing down a third version where also charge shot will be introduced. But depending on the charge shot, I think the wind was supposed to be faster. Charge translates into faster wind. So not only it would rotate either by easy way or the harder way, but also the amount of charge will translate into the wind being faster, right? I'm not sure if any of that is great, but you know, that's why we are prototyping, right? We just want to see how it will develop. But first things first, I need to introduce some drag into this. Some drag. So what I'm doing here is using rotating movement. So how fast we update roll, pitch, and yaw of the component we update. That's funny. So it's 100 degrees per second? Really? 180 degrees per second? Okay. And from what I remember, it doesn't feature any drag. So the idea is from that the moment I hit it, I should enable tick if it is not already enabled on the whole actor. No, it's not enabled. I'm enabling here, right? And with the passing time, I should reduce the whatever rotation rate is on the yaw angle. I should constantly be reducing it. And it also should be realized as per seconds value. So angle per seconds drag, right? So air drag. It is very crude implementation. It's not like simulation or anything even remotely like that. It's pure gameplay logic. Air drag maybe in degrees per second. Yeah, I remember. Why am I writing it as such that it is air drag in degrees per second? I remember when I was still working in Techland, one time I got code review. I don't remember what feature it was connected to, but code review was this. Okay, you are dealing with angles. But looking at the code, we have no idea whether you are working with radians or degrees. You have to really dig deep into a code to understand actually what's going on, right? And the comment was, if I called the variables in such a way that I would indicate that those are radians or degrees, the code is instantly way more readable, right? So I adopted it, and I'll be honest, whenever I'm dealing with angles, Euler angles, right, I'm using those names in degrees or radians, right? And I've been receiving feedback that operations that I perform on angles are way more readable. So that was a great suggestion by my senior peer. Okay, so air drag in degrees per second. Yeah, we need to compile that. Let's do 90 degrees per second, right? So now I need on tick, even tick. And since hitting it activates the whole tick, I can just start making it slower. So first of all, I need to multiply. Also, I could just for the sake of it create a value range for that stuff. Multiply that so I will actually know how much I should slow it down at given tick moment, at given frame, and just reduce it. So get what was the name of this? Rotation rate. Get rotation rate. Do I have a set rotation rate? Yes, I do. Woo! Thank you. Okay, so now let's also split that. We are only reducing yaw. So this minus subtract this Once again, I dislike mathematical operations in blueprints. They are less readable. And I know there is a mathematic note for some of the operations, but somehow I figure it is even less readable. Hello. Oh, come on. What's going on? And now set rotation rate. Split that. X and Y are unchanged. This is my new rotation rate. And probably just not to start moving the other way around, because that would be stupid. Let me clamp. Oh my god. But here is the kicker. I just realized something. If it is 180, it is going one way. If it is minus 180, it is going the other way. If I'm taking the Z as it is, or your axis as it is, its rotation rate, if it is going the other way, by subtracting, I will be speeding things up, right? So I made a small error. Let's rectify that. And the rectifying part will be easy, because I should just get the absolute value of this. Then use absolute value to calculate how much I should drag this, how much I should start slowing things down. Actually, I'm only interested in clamping in the min angle, but I could get like 360, right? Between 0 and 360. And now, depending on the sign, it returns -1 if A is 0 is 0 and +1, right? I'm doing a sign, right? So now that's why I don't like doing maths in blueprints, because it doesn't look that much readable. Yeah, I remember, I think it was at Flying Wild Hogs when I worked, one guy had a great idea that every mathematical operation should be done in C++. Even if you're working on ability, etc., just pull that shit into C++. So we won't have to look at this kind of stuff and try to digest what actually is going on, right? Actually, hold up. I just need this, right? And if we are rotating in the positive direction on the yaw angle, we are just taking it, right? Because it will be slowing down. If it is going the other way around, wait, I fucked it up once again. I love doing mathematics when I don't feel well. Okay. No, actually, it's alright. I just need to reverse the 0 minus this, and that's our new rotation rate. Yeah, it's just that. Probably it can be written simpler, but my brain is not working today as well. That's why at regular work you have sick leave, because then you are actually slowing everything down. It's better to get, you know, healthy way sooner, right? Yeah, I think it might be working alright. Let's see. It is working alright. It is working alright because it completely stopped this shit. So maybe let's put 5 degrees angle per second, right? Actually, air drag will be great to, you know, there's something going on with the actors. One is, okay, it is just spawning bubbles. Because the air drag will be great for managing, you know, balancing, adjusting all of this shit. But I think my calculation might be wrong. If it is 3 degrees per second, it shouldn't stop that fast. So I think I'm fucking something up. Let's see how much. We are starting here, and what is our new rotation? It's immediately 0. Wow. I wonder why. It's 180 here, getting absolute value. Then it is subtracting super small value, so it's this. Then the value is true. Wait, what? Okay, clamp angle is behaving weirdly. So let's use regular clamp float. Because something is weird with the angles in here. Yeah. So let's just do that. And now it is working the way I intended it to. And it will be slowly, super slowly actually. Okay, I'm not that patient. Let's turn it up to like 60 degrees per second. It should be stopping way faster. Right? That's what we're going for. And now it just doesn't stop. So that's funny, and I think I know why. Because I should introduce, instead of calling it on rotating movement, 180 in here, I should also just call it rotation speed degrees per defreeze. No, degrees per second. And Dexterovsky, how is your flame propagation going on? Are you still doing crazy shit with it? Maybe some flamethrower? And I wonder if Barabash is listening. Because I wanted to ask him about his project, how his things are going. And encourage him to share on Discord, because I know that he's doing some nice things. Yes, so on begin play, I want to call begin play. And that's where I will get my rotating movement and set rotation rate. Blah, blah, blah. Let's split it. And just do that. That way I have the value that I can always get back to. And on my tick, I can just basically take this and see if my yaw is below or equal. No, not below. It has to be equals. That's not the node I'm looking for. I'm looking for I forgot what the node, what the name of the node is. The one node where you can nearly equal. Yes, that's what I wanted. Yeah, with some tolerance of it. Of course. Branch. If it is almost 0, then just freaking stop. Set actor to enable. Let's set it to false. It doesn't need to tick anymore unless we hit it. The one thing that I still gotta resolve, I introduced air drag, that's amazing. One thing that I gotta resolve is what happens when it is rotating and I hit it once again. Do I reset the whole movement to 180? Or whatever the base value of it was? Probably. I should also call it base rotation speed degrees per second, because when I will be... oh my god, I will need to make myself another tea soon. Because I'm going through it like crazy. And I haven't bought myself a so-called cold beverage. And I like to drink non-alcoholic beers for that, because they are kind of like lemonade. Although way more caloric. But I didn't do it today because I felt like, no, my throat is messed up. Let's just drink hot tea, right? But yeah, when we are shooting our arrow again, not only that, we should also set our base rotation to base. But we will be... Right now there's a decision to be made. This ain't decision. If I'm shooting at that thing, am I resetting to the base value or adding to the base value? Right now, let's do the version when I'm resetting. So I will create a custom event here just for the sake of some kind of clarity and be like, let's call it reset rotation speed. Yeah, and I still in blueprints prefer using events rather than functions, because for some reason in C++ code when I'm using functions, it's, you know, I don't know, it's way more readable than when I'm using them here, because it's also hidden and I cannot really read it that fast. While using events, it's more like in C++ when I can just scroll through my functions and see what's going on, right? So that's why I like to use it. You don't have to go that route, but I found that it works the best for me. Because I can also quickly, by zooming out, see how fucked up my blueprint is, and maybe, just maybe, I need to rethink how I did it, or put most of the operations into C++, of course. But that will come when we'll be working on shipping code. Okay, so we got our reset rotation speed. Reset rotation speed, let's call it here on begin play. And yeah, for now, let's do the version where we are resetting a rotation speed. Reset rotation speed, yeah. I can create a quick debug variable. B print debug info. And let's make it a float. And you will see why in a hot second. Once again, let's create a custom event. Debug print arrow hit info. And it will just take in arrow and in hit results. This is BP arrow projectile base. Okay. So BP arrow projectile base and object reference. And arrow and hit result, right? Oh my god, my throat is getting worse. It's like a spike ion ball. And hit result. And I'm doing it all because I just want to put it here. And quickly like make printing debug information more readable, and so I can turn it on just by toggling one boolean instead of hooking up and unhooking. Unhooking blueprint nodes. And I will read your question in a hot second. Yeah, let's compile. Oh, it's not working. Refresh node, of course. I love that bug. Dexterovsky asks, maybe you will explain me how the fuck level designers use volumes. They are not clearly visible, deadlines are so thin, shading volume still sucks. How to set up volumes precisely? Oh damn, I'm sad that Sion is not here in chat because he is a level designer. We could ask him about that stuff. I know that if you are spawning some volumes, you can at least change some of the... Oh yeah, like for example, can I add quickly some volume? Yeah, I have some volumes here. Yeah, let's use audio volume here, right? I know that you can just get into this and brush component. Wait, it used to be here, or am I misremembering something? That you could adjust the thickness of it. Display shaded volume, okay. But shading sucks, as you said. Yeah, I agree. It's not that great. We can change it here in the brush setting. And I think there was like a... What does the hollow mean? Okay, something like this. Okay. Tessellation, but... No thickness. Damn, I know what I'm mistaking it with. Like in my wind actor, for example, I have wind actor. That's what I wanted to select. I'm using a collision here, and that's where I can change the line thickness. That's what I'm mistaking it with. Actually, that's a great idea. When I will talk with Sion, I need to ask him about this shit, or if he comes in here. Because, yeah, like, eyeballing it, you could probably set it up, but to do it precisely, yeah, it doesn't look like a good setup. If we could just adjust the thickness of it. And also, another way, for example, I have this volume here right now, right? You can, from what I remember, create volumes with the modeling tool, but I would love to just edit that specific volume in level. Don't save any like additional asset. I would just love to, you know, extrude, etc. Change thickness of lines in here. Yeah, I agree. It's not ideal. From what I understand and how I saw level design is working, it's just lots of trial and error and looking around like, okay, does it really matches, etc., etc. Turning on all those helper options for snapping, etc. But yeah, it's not ideal. I guess they just got used to it at some point. Dexterovsky says, yeah, and that's the reason I made custom visualizer with static meshes in the editor, only to make it more readable. Of course, idea stolen from Hammer Editor. Yep. Great idea, by the way. Great idea, by the way. Making visualization being seen with the static mesh that you could still edit with modeling tool and actually make it easier, right? And still have it work as a Unreal volume. That's a great idea. There's also one thing that I really disliked about volumes. Let me just remind myself what it was. And I remember my friend, it was when I was starting at CreepyJar, my friend kinda, how to say it, he was joshing with me because, what was that? With volumes, I think it was the fact that volumes are not blueprintable. If I remember correctly. Yeah, there was something that I wanted to add to regular volumes because I needed. I wanted to have a workflow when I have a base volume, and then in blueprints you are deriving from them and doing something else, etc., etc. I don't remember why I needed this, but I wanted it for the artist for some reason. I don't remember what was the reason, but there was some reason, and I figured out, oh, you know, like the volumes or brushes or however it was being called in code are not really blueprintable, or they weren't back then. And my friend told me, yeah, but you know, you could try make it blueprintable, and I was like, all right, I will do it. After 2 days, I was like, okay, I have no idea how to do it. Could you explain this to me? What was your idea? And he was like, nah, I didn't have an idea. Actually, this is on the list of to-do things at Epic, one of the Epic pages, Epic's pages since the release of Unreal Engine 4. So I was thinking, maybe you'll figure it out and I will learn from you. And I was like, oh, you motherfucker. And the funny thing is that I was looking in code and I was thinking, well, yeah, it will be no biggie, right? And then I realized, oh yeah, there's a reason why they didn't do it for all those years. Because it's a pain in the ass. There are so many dependencies that are making it just not work in that way that I just gave up. So right now, whenever I'm doing something, instead of using volumes or brushes or whatever, like those water actors, I'm just using collision boxes, collision spheres, etc. Because, you know, it's easier to create a blueprint, add collision, and use it that way. And we got some bot on Twitch. Nice. One day I will sit down to stream elements or labs or whatever it is being called and add those counters. Like Unreal crashed, or days since last Unreal crash, or streams, and days since the last bot. That would be funny. Let's just ban this. Oh yeah, Twitch is right now telling me that this is a person that might be avoiding shadow banning. No shit. How the hell do I remove this motherfucker? Transmission manager. Yeah, and let's ban this motherfucker. Bot. Thank you. Bye bye, bot. Volumes, Dexterowski says, volumes should be removed from the engine because they are still brush based and it is less performant and less flexible, I think. I haven't really checked the performance on them, so I cannot confirm nor deny it. I trust your word on that. But yeah, basically everyone I know in the end is using those box collisions in the end. Or just, you know, you creating specific collision and use that as a specific mesh and use that as a collision in the end. So yeah, apart from couple of environmental tools, I don't see that many people using it, although maybe other companies have figured out some crazy ass performant workflow with them. I would be willing to open to hear about this. If any developer figured out like super performant work with them, and you're watching it in the past as a VOD, please write a comment or something. I would love to learn about this. Okay, before I went on a tangent about volumes, etc., I was doing something. Yes, cleaning up the debug print arrow. And of course I could learn how to fucking write. Arrow hit info. And in a second I will have to do a little tea making pause. Normally I wouldn't do it that much, but because of my throat I need that in my life right now. So yes, I have the air drag, I have the debug printing. Yeah, and right now I have it whenever I hit the propeller into this big red target, I'm resetting the rotation speed. I already know for the fact that I will be introducing a branch here in the future where I'll be taking a charge into the account and adding it to the given rotation, right? I will be translating the charge power to the amount of rotation that needs to be added to the base rotation, and that's how it will work. And so that I will have two ways of setting this up. I will be playing with that and see which one is the most fun, really. That's the only thing right now I'm being concerned with. And right now it should be like... And it immediately stops working. What the fuck did I break? Event tick is happening. It's impossible that I'm turning off the tick immediately, right? Why would I do this? I am doing this. For some reason, I am changing the yaw immediately to 0. But why though? Okay, now we got something to debug. Like, let's look at the first tick, because I'm sure I fucked up something. It's already 0. Why? It starts at 0. My bad. My bad. Because I haven't set the base volume, the base rotation that you're supposed to. I'm sloppy. Yeah, and also I want to add category here, debug, so it will sit nicely there. Yes. But yeah, in general, in regarding to volumes, etc., I remember my friend, after working years in Unreal, checked, it was either some Doom editor or some other old school game. It wasn't Hammer though, but it featured like grid and of course making level on the grid, but it features something like brushes that you could, you know, extrude along the grid, but still you could extrude them way easily and you could fine-tune the grid. And he fell in love with it. I remember him coming back to work and being like, why the fuck are we not making levels like this? Why don't we have a plugin that does something like this? I could bang out a level so quickly and make it playable so quickly. And people were like, yeah. Yeah, so I would say for the first person shooters, creating either a plugin or downloading a plugin or creating your own workflow of helping with level design, or even using modeling tool just for level design, quick, you know, gray boxing. It's way better than just cloning boxes and moving them around, scaling them, etc. It's just way better. You can bang out things way quicker. And if Skype plugin basically also will get to 1.0, it could be a game changer for making first-person shooters in Unreal. Dexterovsky asks, Trench Broom? let me look at that, because I remember him showing screens. Yeah, it might be it. Yeah, it's for Quake. Yeah, it might be it. Images. Yeah, I think so. I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was that. You hit the nail on the coffin. You know your shit, man. You know your stuff. You remember those names, etc. Nice. Yeah, and he was so much in love with it, and then he felt so like down that he had to move those boxes around, and I felt like, shit. It has to feel terrible. It's kind of like if you would be, we are coding in Rider, right? And suddenly someone forced you to use Notepad for C++ code, and you'll be like, fuck. I mean, I can do this, but oh my god. Maybe it was a little bit too tough of a comparison, but yeah. Okay. And it is slowing down. And moving up again. Okay, now let's introduce the direction. Before I go any further with fancy things like let's translate the amount of charge into the amount of turn, or let's restrict so it will turn only 90 degrees, right? Let's introduce the direction in this moment. Dexterovsky says, Trench Broom has a very specific brush extrusion method, which is so freaking easy to do, easier than Hammer, Skite, etc. But I think Skite will get this feature too. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. I really hope so. In general, it occurred to me right now, maybe I'm biased. Maybe it's just the things that I saw and talked about with other developer friends, but not that much thought goes into optimizing the workflow for level designers in Unreal Engine. And I'm not talking about from Epic's side, I'm talking even at the company's level. Like, no one really, or I haven't really talked with someone who would say that, yeah, we looked at how we can build levels, and then we spent half a year trying to figure out a faster workflow while making a plugin, and we have this thing, and it is brush-based. Level designers can easily, you know, bang out the level and texture it, and then level artists can look at it and easily actually, you know, do their level art thing around that, and then it can be easily optimized, etc. for streaming. No one really pays that much attention to it, I think. And if you're watching this and you're in the future as a VOD and you're saying, bullshit, I do this, please, once again, write down the comment. I would love to know about that. We all would love to know what workflow are you using? Did you create the plugin yourself? Are you using something that we don't know about, etc. Let's share it. Dexterovsky says, all level designers must be now 3D artists. Yeah, kinda. I remember reading about the workflow. I don't want to say the company name because I might get it wrong. But they basically were using Maya as a level design tool. Or 3ds Max, I don't remember. It was back in the days where Blender was not that usable. So 3ds Max, and the level artists have to bang out levels in there, then import it to the engine, and the engine didn't have an editor, so they have to launch a game, type in commands to load their level, and then see if it is, you know, playable. If it is not, go back to 3ds Max, adjust things, and do the whole process again. And I was thinking, yeesh, okay, and on the scale of slow workflow, it gotta take the top crown, right? Because, okay, yes, you are using 3ds Max to quickly bang out shit, but constant importing, adjusting something by, I don't know, couple of meters, and then re-importing it, it must have been hell. And if I'm mistaken, once again, please comment on that, because I never worked with such workflow. Maybe it is awesome, but just reading about it, I was like, oh my god, that's bad. So now let's introduce the direction of rotation speed. So first, let's maybe introduce the... Do I want to keep it as float? Or... Yeah, let's keep it as float. Let's shorten things up. And like B, rotation, direction. And the idea is that it will be float with the values between -1 and 1. Of course, I will always have to clamp it, right? And the idea is that I have a normal here, right? When I'm hitting. So depending whether the normal of my hit, if we look at the object from the top, our front, which is dictated by the x-axis, let's maybe take a screenshot of it, shall we? I don't have flame shot turn. Not lame shot, flame shot. Lame shot. Okay, I think it's on. Let's take a quick screenshot of that. Now, I hope it shows up on the screen. I don't think it does. So let's... Oh, it does, actually. Okay. It just killed the preview on the other monitor for me. So, and once again, I have to take another screenshot because I'm a Dumbo. And let me maybe adjust the camera a little bit better. Just so I could explain. Simple idea, but I'm sure even a simple idea can be fucked up. Can be fucked up with implementation, and probably I will do it. So, you know. We have the x-axis here, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to write in here. So this is our... How about we change the color to be the same? Let's close it. This is our, you know, front. Yeah, this is our forward. Sorry, forward vector. This is our... Let's change it once again. Green vector. Green. Right vector, right? Of our object in the local space. So when I'm hitting this red target thingy, I will get a normal that is pointing either here or there. Because my mesh is flat on both sides, it should, you know, point towards here. And of course, I have the edge case of hitting that. So the idea is that if my normal vector of a shot is exactly the same as the right vector, or it's actually facing in the exact opposite way, if it is the same, I have to rotate towards this. If it is the opposite direction, I have to rotate towards this. And if I'm hitting the edge case, I don't know, let's not rotate it at all, right? No rotation. So let's change the color to something else. This connects to this rotation angle and this connects to this rotation angle. Not that complicated, but I will fuck up for sure. So, once we know that, we gotta, on arrow hit confirm, we gotta take our break. We gotta take our hit results, and it's normal. And I wonder. Oh, it's valid direction. That's nice. I could get... I didn't know that there was already a utility blueprint get unit direction. That's nice, that's nice. Okay, but that's not what I'm trying to go for. actually, let's see. What do we have actually regarding vector? Maybe, why am I searching for this instead of just calculating the dot product and be done with it? Because Unreal provides a lot of utility blueprint functions that are already doing it for you. So, you know, that's why prototyping with it is easier. And I don't always remember which utility function is there. So there might be already a utility function that checks, you know, angles between the vectors, or even compares, are they pointing in the same vector. So, you know, that's what we are trying to see, if there's already a shortcut, right? Because dot product, I have it here, right? Normalize project. I don't think there is something like this. They didn't do it. Vector add bounded, vector get apps, get sign. Vector heading angle. Yeah, they don't have like angle between vectors, right? Yeah, I'm looking at this because actually I'm curious about, you know, what do they have here? But it's hard for me to really, they didn't have like, hey, let's calculate the angle between vectors? I would be thinking that they would be doing it for people that are not that versed with the dot product, etc. But okay. So the way to, oh, I don't have the screenshot anymore. The way to calculate, you know, whether the angle, whether two vectors are in the same angle is by using the dot product, right? But before I go into that, I really need to go into the toilet and I really need to make some tea, because my throat right now is kinda stopping working and I don't want to stop right now. So if you could just excuse me for like 2 or 5 minutes, I will be back and we will do the direction of shooting, direction of rotation, and we'll go along, right? So let me type into the chat that let me type the message for anyone who might come in here. And with that, I'll be back in like 5 minutes or something. So see you in a hot second. No, that's not what I want. Hi, I'm back. Did you miss me? I got myself a fresh brew of coffee with honey, so I will be able to survive another 90 minutes, I hope. mm. So, we were at the dot product, right? Just for the sake of talking about that, so it will be all clear, the dot product is an amazing type of calculation where if you have a vector and another vector that is aligned with it, you take one vector, use a dot product operator on it. Let's call this one. I'm sure most of the people know that, but you know, just for the sake of explaining for the VOD, right? If we go with v1 dot v2 vector, we will get a value of 1 because the angle between them is 0. Dexterovsky says, you scared the hell out of me. I was listening to some music in the background. Sorry for that. I didn't mean to scare you. Probably I should start doing easier getting into, hey, I'm back, instead of like shouting. Sorry for that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so because the angle between those two vectors is basically 0 because they are pointing the exact same direction, right? The dot product gives us 1, right? If we introduce the third vector that is pointing upwards, so the angle between it's 90 degree, then the calculation is different. v1 dot product v3 is now drumroll 0. And if we introduce yet another vector, of course, pointing in the exact opposite direction, then the dot product has changed into -1. And that's super helpful to remember because that way you can quickly establish whether it's something pointing in the exact same direction, 90 degrees of it, or -1, right? Or 180 degrees. And that product are calculating super easily on processors. It is the fastest way of calculating this shit, so that's why it is favorable. That's why so many programmers are using that to quickly establish whether something is pointing in the same direction. So, with that in mind, first let's get our scene root. Or basically we don't have to get our scene root. In our setup, because we are calculating in the local space, vector 1, 0, 0 is forward, 0, 1, 0 is the right vector, etc, etc. So we will be always calculating dot product against right vector. And we'll be calculating normal vector, but we cannot just hook it up because normal vector is in world space. 0, 1, 0 is in local space. So we need to transform a vector. Transform by using adjoint T? Huh. That's the interesting shit. Wait, inverse transform direction. Yeah, we can just use that. Inverse transform direction. But what's the difference between... Okay. So, this node will change our normal into the local space. And we need to also make sure that our normal is actually normalized. It probably is. Oh my god, no. Normalize. It probably is, but it doesn't hurt to, you know, do it. We should take our get actor transform, because we need to calculate against something. And that is our vector that we'll be doing the dot product of. And now is nearly equal. It is a float. Equal. Nearly equal, yes. What we are interested in, if it is nearly equal 1, right? Or is there like a select? Oh. Can I do the select? It's just that I cannot do like more intricate select. Damn. I can do it with integers, but not floats. I mean, it makes sense, but yeah. Okay. So if it is nearly equal 1, it means we are hitting normal is pointing in the exact same of hit direction as our right vector, which means we should start moving it in the opposite direction than we are shooting, right? So, or with the direction that we are shooting. So our B rotation director set, oh my god. I will probably change it into an event or a function or whatever. But yeah, we need to do it like this. I hate doing math and blueprints. Most of the time that I'm spending, I'm thinking about most of the time that I'm spending thinking is more about organizing those blueprints in a readable fashion rather than actually, you know, thinking about mathematics. So, okay, if we are nearly equal 1, then the rotation direction should be 1. Which means going that way. If not, we need to do another nearly equal, the exact opposite direction, -1. I hate the way it looks. Now it will be... Actually, scratch that. Can I just use dot product and that's it? I can make it way more easier, because if it is 1, then it, yeah, that's why I am using float. I'm a dumbo sometimes, but everyone is. As my friend Pashi said long time ago here on stream, we are all dumbs sometimes. Yeah, basically that is our direction. The dot product tells us the direction. So reset rotation speed should also take this and multiply it by the direction. That's what goes in here. It should work, which means it probably won't, and I will spend next couple of minutes debugging it. But it works the way I want to, and yep. So much talking for such simple thing. Whee. It's funny that I have fun just with shooting at something and feeling the interaction of it, right? Whee, whee. Yeah, and what happens if I hit this? Nothing, exactly as it should. But what if I hit the edge? Our lizard brains are so simple. Just hitting that, seeing things swivel, turn around, etc., does something to my brain that it, is being satisfied. If I will introduce the sound of squeaking it around, of it moving around, or it actually be turned off, like some wind sound, etc., then it would even be more fun. Dexterovsky says, that looks cool, almost like a physical constraint. Yeah, it does. I tried physical constraint approach like a couple of months ago, but there was some, as you wouldn't be surprised, physics bug, where I remember I had a guest here on stream, the guy on chat said like, yeah, use those physical constraints. And I was like, shit, I haven't used it since ages, like, let's go through it because I don't remember anything about it, right? We used it, it should have worked, but instead the whole propeller was flying off to the space, right? Nothing was working correctly. So we have ourselves like the very crude, non-physics based, but looking like physical constraint propeller. That is super easily balanceable. It was also easy to make, really. Balance is being done by air drag, base rotation, and rotation direction, or should I say base rotation and air drag. Now let's add information about charging, which, if I remember, I had a problem with, because for some reason my arrow, when I was asking about velocity, it was printing that the velocity was 0 or super low when I was charging it fully versus when I only charged it slightly, and I don't really understand why. So, to kinda unhook myself from physical problems of velocity, which I don't know what they might be, right? I could spend time right now, the next 2.5 hours, just going through that. To find out why this velocity is acting up. Or I could go the other way around for this whole thingy. Which means go to the base arrow. There either already is a parameter for that, or I need to introduce it, which will be normalized charge value, where 1 is a max charge, 0 is 0 charge, right? And I could just always send it out in my arrow hit event, right? Read it here, then take some curve, which translates my normalized charge power towards the rotation speed, and let's see what will happen, right? Dexterowski says, I remember when I was trying to use ball socks in Source Engine. Similar thing to Unreal Engine constraints. It was crashing the game, so I never used it again. Yep, that's what happens. Which is why so many developers are running away from physics-based elements in the game, and only couple of crews are actually like, all right, let's fix all the physics bugs. It's kind of like what Valve did with Half-Life 2, of course, right? They also probably did the same thing for Alex. Nintendo did for Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdoms, and a couple of indies that are making physics-based games. Because it works, but then it crashes in certain cases or stops working, and you have to go down and just fix those physics bugs. And most people, me included, are like, I don't want to do this. Please, I just want to make gameplay. Alright, so charge. I have BP arrow in here somewhere. Or I will get to it. Yeah, and now, do I have a charge parameter here? No, not really. That kinda sucks. Okay, but I know that my bow component, max charge duration. My bow component does the charging. Charge duration to velocity multiplier. How the hell did I use it? In here, calculate projectile local velocity. Max charge duration, and then translated it to velocity multiplier, and then I'm multiplying it for base linear velocity. Okay, where am I using this? When projectile spawns, how would it be something else? I don't get this note, but whatever. So, what I could do also here is, because I am using charge duration, I'm clamping it between max charge duration and whatever I did here. I should introduce normalized charge to the arrow. So the arrow actually contains information how much it was charged, because I cannot rely on velocity for some reason. For shippable code, I would probably do it a little bit differently. But for just quick test of prototype, that's how I'm gonna do it. So first of all, it will be seen like, no, that's not here. It's in the base arrow, which is here. New value. Nor arrow charge normalized. And it's float. And I don't want to just set it from there. Let's introduce new custom event. Set normalized arrow charge. And here we will just have a float and charge set. And now we can communicate. Let's get back to our bow. We are playing everything, etc. Let's move those nodes to the right. I need to call set normalized arrow charge also. in here and calculate the normalization. So here's where we will get clamp ranged, map range clamped, where once again charge duration will be going in. What did this guy, what? How did he do this? Okay. Okay. I hate the way it looks. One day I will just do a stream. It will be like more like a hangout. I will be unfucking all those blueprints into more readable form, do a little bit cleanup, and we could talk about everything. I would have to call it like, let's hangout cleanup or cleanup hangout or something. Refactor cleanup. Refactor hangout. Something like this, right? I have to do something like this. Yeah. And this is my map ranged, and I have max charge duration that is being used. And I want it to be from 0 to 1, and done. I already am sending info about the charge. Now, what needs to happen? I need to find my interface, which I think is this. No. It might not be on. Blueprint, arrows, BPI arrow target here, on arrow target hit confirmed. I need to introduce another input in charge normalized float. Yeah, actually I can pass it as reference, why not? And floats are getting copied anyway. So, oh shit, think I start to develop a runny nose. That's nice. Okay, so I have this. Now let's get back to my base arrow. Arrow projectile base. And when it calls this, I'm forwarding my arrow charge hit normalize. Great. I can close my interface. Actually, I should close most of those things. Bouncy arrow I don't use right now. First person controller. Yeah, I might leave. First person character. Yeah, I might leave as well. But flammable component, I don't need it right now. I don't even remember what it was. Flammable target, arrow projectile base. Yeah, stationary target I don't need. Flame base I don't need right now. Wind actor base I don't need right now. This I don't need. This I don't need. I'm not working on bubbles at this moment. Start target. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need my kill box. I don't need that. I don't definitely need PCG. Water bubble spawner. I might. Flame no spark phase. Okay. Water bubble big. Fire bubble spawner. I don't need it. Yeah. Okay. So now in here we are getting normalized charge. This is where I will do a small deviation. Because I want to place 2 of those and see which one is more fun. And that way I could do it easy, because yes, we'll be activating rotating movement, resetting rotation speed, etc. But here is where the difference is. If we are not processing arrow charge, we are just resetting rotation speed. If we are, what we should do is always add our base charge, our charge, to translate it and then add it to rotation speed. So our rotation speed probably should be balanced not as 180 from the get-go, but as something low. So even the slightest tap of the charge will do something, right? Or maybe it should always be fully just going from the charge. Yeah. Let's introduce some curve, which I always don't remember where it is. Yeah. Curve float. Curve float. Charge. Arrow charge normalized to rotation speed. So here we will have the value of rotation is 0, so we will be adding 0, and let's add the point of normalized 1, and here is let's say 180, and this is the way we'll be balancing it. And let's fit the screen, and I have no idea what. Yes, now it looks correctly. It is linear for now, but that way I am introducing the possibility of having non-linear translation, right? Which might be exactly what I need. We'll see. Or depending on the size of the propeller, it might have completely different curves, where only the hardest shots are actually moving it, but still ever so slightly. So lots of point right now having those variables, air drag and my curve. I could create lots of different propellers, big heavy ones, small ones that will be moving with the slightest tap, etc, etc. There's lots of variation that could be introduced in here. So now we need to add this as a variable, which will be arrow charge to rotation speed, and it will be curve float Aaron1206 underscore says, I could use a hot tea. Oh, I recommend it. I have throat infection right now. Medicine is wearing off. And hot tea is saving my life at this moment, I'll be honest. That I can even speak. Otherwise, oh, I don't know if I would be able to have a stream today. So we have that arrow charge to rotation speed. Now let's value, get float value. I hate that it is always being called in time, because right now my x-axis on my curve doesn't represent time. It represents something completely different. So I'd rather have this label being named as x-axis value or whatever. But Oh my god. How are you doing, Aaron? What are you doing this lovely Sunday? Actually, let's go here. Let's introduce another one of these and another one, and now let's create a completely other custom event because we have the reset rotation speed. So now let's add a custom event, add rotation speed. And the way it will be going is, wait a second. The whole thing changes. Actually, I need to introduce that way easier. Way earlier, sorry, way earlier. Because I will tell you in a second. Because I need to reorganize this stuff. Because actually the way I'll be rotation direction will be used a little bit differently if I am using an addition like that, right? So the thing we can do always is set actor tick enabled if it is not enabled. Activate the rotating movement if it is not activated, right? And then do this differentiation. Rocket Dreaming. Hello, hola, hi. How are you doing this Sunday? I'm streaming some Unreal development and I have a throat infection. So hot tea is saving my life right now. How are you doing? I hope you're fine. And yeah, we're not processing arrow charge. Probably I should do it as a different event right now, but whatever. So we are going either that route or, and now I can actually delete those and just straight up connect this. Or yeah, I should introduce small function, just like a really small get rotation direction, get new rotation direction. Let's call it like that. Let's just create the small pure function out of that shit, right? It will be taking only hit results, inputs, hit result, yep, and hit result. I wonder if, no, I can just only select that and I cannot select it as a, yeah, there is pass by reference. Great, I don't want to copy it. Yeah, and I want this to be pure and const. It's not really doing anything to my oh my god, my throat, to my stuff, to my actor. And it also needs a return value of out direction, and it's a float. And just to be sure, let's of course clamp it between -1 and 1. Why am I doing this little cleanup act right now? Because I will be calling it in 2 moments, and I don't like using blueprint functions that much, but right now it makes sense just to use it as a helper function. For readability, basically. Right now I'm kind of using it as if I was using the lambda in C++. Get new rotation direction. And in here, we'll be also doing that. And that's what I needed. Like here, I am calculating the amount of rotation for the from the charge in my charged arrow, and I'm multiplying it by direction because I could charge an arrow, shoot it at my propeller from one side, and after a second I could shoot it at the other side. So it should counterbalance constantly, instead of adding to the direction that it is already rotating, even though I hit it from the different side of things, right? So yeah, you probably could do it with the physics constraints, but last time I did it, it wasn't working out for me, really. So yeah, and now I have add rotation speed in rotation speed to add, or in rotation speed. That one just floats are getting copied anyway, so I think actually I never really and C++, yes. I don't know, let's try that. Let's try that by reference with the float. Rocket Dreaming asks, do you know the Alcioneo Studios channel? They are creating a video game in Unreal Engine 5. No, I don't know them. Let me check this out real quick. Do they also do live streams? Creating 3D models, etc. Oh, they have free videos. Playlists, 9 videos. No, I haven't heard about them, but I would love to check it out. I would love to check it out. There's the whole website. JJ Bros, Show Menu, etc. Yeah. Let's click that. Let me quickly look at it. Looks interesting. And they have some shorts in here. Yeah, I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks for pointing me in that direction, Rocket Dreaming. Are you working with the Alcioneo Studios channel? I'm probably not saying that name right? I'm sorry, it's just my Polish thick accent. Should I call it Alcioneo? Alcioneo? Nah, I don't want to butcher it. But guys, if you're watching it, please visit this YouTube channel. Add rotation speed. So now, what I need to do, I have it calculated by the new rotation direction, so I can just call it add rotation speed. The drag will be countered kinda automatically because I'm just adding some value, right? So I don't need this reroute actually. Rocket Dreaming says, I feel sorry for them because they are trying hard and they only have 12 subscribers. Oh damn. Yeah, that's the story of YouTube, really. That there are so many folks that are having awesome shit on their channels. They're showing off their awesome work, and because of heuristics and algorithms, sometimes they won't get seen, right? And sometimes it really does feel random about which channels are being, you know, promoted and not. Yeah. Yeah, I got a couple of subscribers. Actually, I haven't checked last time, but yeah, 90 subscribers on YouTube. And I've been streaming since, I think, May or June last year, something like this. And yeah, it wasn't really easy to get 90, and 90 isn't a high number, right? So I feel the pain. How long they have been doing their stuff? But I also have to be fair, I didn't do that much of promotion of my channel really. I just started streaming. I haven't really promoted it on Discords, Unreal Discords or in other way or any social media. I just kind of started it and was just doing that, right? So I haven't really done any promotion. I cannot speak to how to promote your YouTube channel because I don't really know. I can only see what other YouTubers are doing. And it seems like promoting through social media, especially TikTok these days and YouTube Shorts, is the way to go. I haven't tried it myself, but that's what it seems like. Rocket Dreaming says this summer. Oh, so similar amount of time as me. Yeah, I feel for them. I feel for them. Yeah. I'm still gearing up about how I want to promote my channel. Right now, I'm just depending on the YouTube heuristics and stuff. But you know. Dexterowski says, me, as a person who earns with YouTube, should know and should help. But I don't know what am I doing too. Yeah, I heard that from lots of people that are having their income based on YouTube, that okay, they are doing what they are doing, it works, but they don't know why. It's kind of like heuristics of YouTube became this, you know, sentient god that are choosing and picking, right? But yeah. Yeah, Dexterowski, how long did it took you to like grow your channel as big as yours? Was it a matter of, you know, months, years, weeks? And what kind of, in what way you were promoting your channel? Or were you at all, right? Unlike TikTok and stuff. Rocket Dreaming says, I have subscribed to you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wonder what is your perspective, Dexterowski, on this whole thing, on YouTube and promotion, because, you know, as you said, you're earning your income with YouTube, and I wonder how are you feeling about all of that? Yeah, I got lost in thoughts about YouTube. Sorry for a second. Yes. Add rotation speed. And now I should actually start adding this rotation speed. So let's take rotating movement. And once again, get rotation rate. Let's split the struct pin. Right, and we'll be setting it as well. And yeah, maybe let's not copy this value, but what I need is all I need in this world of sin is me and my girlfriend. No, I cannot sing known songs because stupid algorithms that are copyright claiming shit will claim you even if you whistle another song. That's why I'm using my own beats as a background music. Beats that I made as a 13-year-old, as a 20-year-old, etc. Like they are old as beats, couple of new ones there, but that way I'm at least increasing the likelihood that I won't get copyright strike, because I still might, because I was watching people on YouTube being copyright stricken, even with their own made from the ground up music. They still got copyright stricken by some grifter, right? So it can still happen. Okay, so that way I am... Actually, I don't need... Ah, yeah, I need that because I'm taking add and doing this and setting here. Done. I think that should be done. Dexterovsky says, I hit 100k subs in 2 months. I created my channel on TikTok, then redirected people to YouTube. Algorithm was highly promoting my videos, but now it's going very poorly. Oh, okay, so you use TikTok and 100k, it just hit me in the brain. 100k subs in 2 months. Damn! That's super fast. And that damn cost me my throat. I should react less passionate when I'm sick, when I have throat infections. But damn, 100k subs in 2 months. That's crazy. And you use TikTok as a redirector to YouTube. Yeah, this might be a great tactic. But now it's going very poorly. I wonder why though. Maybe they, you know, updated their heuristics with AI or something and it just stopped being as good as it was. With that, I had a whole anecdote. I might summarize it quickly. I was paying for some menial shit online with my banking account, right? Like something car related, right? Nothing that should raise any suspicions. And suddenly my whole transfer options of account on my bank accounts were frozen. And I was like, what the fuck happened? I called and I was talking to a bot at first. And I was like, I want to talk to a human, right? I want to know why it has been stricken, right? I managed to push through. I asked the person about what the hell happened. And they told me like, oh yeah, it's flagged this. Your last transaction is super dangerous, so it locked down the whole fucking system. And I was like, but it was just car payment related. There's nothing suspicious about that. And the amount of it was low. It was like 250 zlotys, which would translate to like 50 euros. What the fuck? And they couldn't do it over the phone, so I have to like quickly stop my day job and be like, yeah, I guess I'm taking the rest of the day off because I have to go to the bank. I went there. I had to authorize myself because me being face to face with my face on my fucking head is not enough to authorize myself. I had to go through those hoops. And then I asked like, what the fuck happened? Why the system flagged my transaction? And the guy told me, yeah, we implemented some new AI-based systems that are supposed to, you know, judge whether the transaction is fucked up or not. And since then, we have lines of people getting in here because it's incorrectly flagging those, right? And then he asked lady behind me in the line, in the queue, and he asked her, are you for the same reason? Yeah. And the next guy, yeah. I was like, yeah, you see, you're not the only one. And I was like, okay, so you introduced it how long ago? And they were like, yeah, 2 weeks ago, and it all went to shit. And I'm like, okay. AI-based flagging, great. And that's what I think. I mean, AI has been used in LLMs for YouTube heuristics for a long time, but maybe some new update happened. So that's why it's going poorly. Rocket Dreaming says, I subscribe to you on YouTube if you subscribe to them on YouTube. Yeah, not a problem. Click subscribe. Not a problem, my dude. Not a problem. I just subscribed it. Please. I'm sorry I wasn't responsive. I just went on a tangent why AI sometimes is not a great idea. Dexterovsky says, on TikTok I had almost 900k followers, but this account has been banned. Why was it banned? Dexterovsky say, why is it going poorly? I don't know, and I don't think I will ever know. Yeah, it's a black box. It's a black box, basically. I remember Angry Joe Show had like one stream when he was talking about how he was talking with some YouTube representative about it, like some YouTube engineer, and he said, yeah, basically it's a black box. We also don't know what's going on. There are LLMs there. They are processing. They are banning people left and right, and then they have to contact us. We have to unban them because that was stupid, or you know, stop promoting certain accounts, etc., etc. No one really knows why. That's why I'm not in favor of heuristic LLM-based promoting systems or flagging systems, because you don't know why it works that way, right? Algorithms, handmade, seems a little bit more adjustable. Rocket Dreaming says, I just subscribed to you on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for that. Dexterovsky answers why his TikTok account was banned. Why it has been banned? My videos was always flagged as dangerous activities. Okay. Riding an e-bike down the stairs is something is dangerous for them, and they banned after 6 video removal. I'm sorry, but I don't have TikTok, but I saw what people are watching on TikTok. And your stuff, let's say when it comes to dangerous level, compared to what people are watching on there, there are way much hardcore shit that I think should probably be banned on TikTok, and they stick to you? That's bullshit. What they did to you is bullshit. I don't agree with that. They banned you, dangerous activities, riding an e-bike down the stairs. Really? TikTok, really? That's... I have moral problems with TikTok, and you just added another one to it. Rocket Dreaming. Yeah, I already subscribed to them. Dexterovsky says, yeah, I know, nobody understands this shit, but this is TikTok. Yeah, this is TikTok. I remember ProZD also had something like, he was doing even more menial shit. He was like voice acting or doing some shorts, etc. And he got banned after like 7th video. And he was like, well, it was a short-lived career on TikTok that they unbanned him, then banned him again or something like this. And he said, well, I just don't understand and don't give a fuck. So TikTok is even more of a black box than YouTube. Rocket Dreaming says, I love your channel. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I was talking for a long time when I should have been testing. Now let's duplicate this guy. And let's change one variable in it. B process arrow charge. And it should be visible. So now I have 2 of those, and we will see which one is cooler to interact with. Is it this regular one? Or is it this? It's not moving at all. Or super slightly, so I have to charge it. Oh, this is the winner. This is the winner. This is the winner. Whoa, whoa, I almost fell. Needs balancing to feel cool, but man, this mechanic of charging to make something move more is super satisfying, I'll be honest. And the way I would add sounds to it and visual effects would be that bigger the charge, the more of the audiovisual feedback it would be on rotating. Like some sparks flying while rotating, the sound will be harder, etc, etc. That is the winner, I think, because that one, or maybe I should, you know, for the proper implementation, make them visually distinct. Like the one on the left is like super light with light materials, so it will always move in the same way, but this one should be like heavy motherfucker. Then I'm pointing at, bomb. Yeah, but that one feels fine as well. That one feels really cool. And I wanted to try another one that would just be moving 90 degrees, and that's it. And for that, I think I might need another hot tea. Dexterowski says, hopefully or not, Poland has no monetization for us on TikTok. So I didn't feel so bad about the account. I wasn't aware of that TikTok doesn't offer monetization for Poland. So really, the only reason to have in Poland TikTok account is to promote, as you did, use it as a tunnel to your actual source of income, which is YouTube. Or just for shit and giggles. Those are two reasons to use TikToks in Poland, right? Just for shits and giggles, or to, you know, advertise your main channel, your main YouTube channel, Twitch channel, or whatever. Dexterowski says, yes, that's the only purpose of this shitty platform. And there's another third thing, but I'm not sure if I want to get into this. It's political propaganda, but I don't want to even talk about this shit. Oh my god. TikTok. Yeah, I might experiment with TikTok in the same way as you did, just to promote the YouTube channel and Twitch. But so far I still feel like I don't want to touch TikTok at all. Okay, now I have those two. I could visually also make a distinct version of them. Yeah, actually, let's delete this. The old true saying goes, if you need to copy something on level and change these variables to get completely different behavior, you should just probably create another version of it. So we will call it BP propeller charged. Yeah, and maybe let's change some colors on that shit so it will be immediately visible. White is different. Green. Yeah, let's make it green. Why not? So it will be the one with the charge, right? So I will have this. Actually, it doesn't need to be visible anymore. And the other one is absolutely regular. That way I will always know. I don't have to look into the details panel. Oh, is it the one with the charge or not? Now I know it is with charge. At some point I need to do cheap as fuck VFX for the wind. So it will be visible why that there is a wind in here, so I won't have to render this collision box. And maybe I should have some VFX for showing that something is being actually pushed by the wind, but that's for another stream. Yeah, that one is a winner. I'm not even sure if I want to implement the one that is always moving 90 degrees. Not sure about that. And there are two ways I could achieve the 90 degrees, always rotating 90 degrees. One way would be to balance the air drag in such way and the base speed that it will always stop after 90 degrees, but that is not precise, right? So the other way of doing it is remembering at the start of movement, remember my starting position, my starting angle, let's say, in the world, towards God fucking knows which angle. Towards, I don't know, let's say world forward angle, right? And bring it to local space. Add in the specific direction 90 degrees. Bring it once again back to world space. And if we achieve that angle, let's stop that, right? Or just calculate the vector, and if we are dot product aligned with it, let's just immediately stop, right? But I already have a feeling that that one with the charge is actually the most amazing. But just for the sake of brevity, of being thorough, actually, not brevity, English, let's implement that implementation. Let's implement that implementation. Let's implement that way, but I might need another 5 minutes for another tea because my throat is killing me right now. Thank God for online doctor appointments because I have one today and I will be able to get my medicines today. So I should be okay for the next stream. Although there are VODs from streams when I was saying I'll be okay next stream. The next stream I'm still sick, so we never know. Okay, so what I want to do right now is introduce actually a enumeration for that, which will be E propeller rotation method. Used to swap rotation implementation. Rhymes. And let's add an enumerator. It will be I don't know how to call it. Normal, regular. Yeah, let's call it regular. Charge isn't processed. Angle unbound. Maybe I should just call it no charge unbound angle. Another one. Why am I doing it? Because I don't want to have like 4 booleans, lots of branches feeding into each other. I just want to do a quick select. Okay, which one are we doing? That one. And then will be charge unbound angle. And the last one is bound angle. Charge doesn't matter in that regard. Is processed angle unbound. Actually, those descriptions are not needed right now if the names are like that. Okay, and now I just bring that E propeller rotation method. E rotation method. And I'm adding it to the wrong thing. Okay. Let's delete this shit, of course. Of course. Let me just add that. And then I will go make another T to make my throat work. E rotation method. So base value will be no change unbound angle. Yeah, sure. So instead of this one boolean, I will have this, and then select. That's not what I wanted. What was the name of that? No, that not that equal. Equal. It's not. Fuck! I forgot. What's the name of this utility for enum? Switch. It was just a switch, of course. So now it is no charge outbound angle goes here. Charge outbound angle goes here. It doesn't look pretty, but whatevs. And now to go in here, because whoa. I deleted the. No, I haven't deleted it. Now I have deleted it. Then why it's still here? I know why it's still here. Because I made a copy instead of child actor. I need to save it. Do not have reference. VP propeller charge. And that one visible. Charge unbound angle. And let's quickly change those once again. Why did I make a copy? Brain fart. That was the reason. Now let's get back to propeller base. Here we will have bound angle. And yeah, the way we'll be doing it is exactly as I said. Let's take our right now vector that we are pointing into the world as a front. Calculate 90 degrees from that. If we will align with the desired vector, we are stopping. There's also another way. I could just set, yeah, as I said, I could just, where was it? Set this into, if this is 180 degrees per second, I just could stop processing after 90 seconds. That's also a way of doing it, but it might be imprecise. So I will do it in the other way, but I really need to make this T because my throat is killing me right now. So I'll be back in like a couple of minutes, hopefully. So see you in like 5 to 7 minutes. I am back, trying to be back as calmly as possible, not to scare anyone, like the previous time I made tea. So I'm back. Okay, let's do this 90 angle bound stuff, right? So maybe let's introduce. Yeah, we just need to start doing it. Okay, so when we are processing in that way, we should get transform direction, which is the node that transforms from local space to world space. Direction we are transforming is our forward. Get actor. Lektorowski laughs from my comeback intro. Get actor transform. And this is our, let's promote it to variable. Arrow with moment forward in world space. Terrible name, but at least it's very descriptive. This is where we hit. Now, basically we can just call that shit again, right? Reset rotation speed, calculate the rotation vector, etc, etc. But firstly we need to remember that, because I still don't think it will work the way I think it would work. Because if I hit it mid-rotation, right now, let's say this whole thing is rotating and I hit it mid-rotation, it will move 90 degrees only from that point that I hit it. But behavior I'm trying to get is actually more like this, that I have those, oh my god. I have those 4 points and I will always move towards the next point, right? Even if I hit it mid shooting, I should just maybe make it going towards this point or towards this point or toward that point. That direction, right? Right? So actually the implementation should be different now that I'm thinking about that. A little bit deeper than I was before. I don't need arrow hit moment forward in world space. Actually, that variable is not needed at all. Lektorowski asked, what is that screenshot tool? It's Flameshot. I downloaded it that week, like on Wednesday, because I was kinda annoyed with Windows snippet tool, and ShareX always scared me with its ability to silently upload your photos towards the cloud, which, as anyone can guess, when you're working on the NDAs, it is kind of scary, right? And also, I don't know, there were some workflow issues with that. So let me paste the link to it. There's only one caveat with that. Yeah, but in Sharks you must just turn it off. Yeah, I turned that off. But still there was this fear inside of me. What if on next update they will toggle it to on? Because Discord likes to do something like that. And a couple of other applications like to do something like that. And I felt I'm not taking any chances on that shit, right? So, but with the Flameshot there's one thing. You cannot change the, I don't know why, and from what I saw on the online, it's been like this for a couple of years. You cannot change the keyboard binding to bring up this tool from print screen to anything else. So if you still have a snippet tool, Windows snippet tool on your PC, you have to go into options, turn off the option of print screen automatically bringing on Windows snippet tool, restart PC, and that's where the print screen will come in. Which is annoying, but once I did it, it works. I'm still undecided whether it is a cool app or not. I've been using it only for a couple of days. Emily Watson says, yo, what's up? Just followed you. Other also, hi. Yeah, I can reply to you. I'm talking. Yep. Just replied to Emily Watson. Emily Watson 1 asks, you are a web developer or a game developer? I'm a game developer and I have a throat infection. So I'm drinking hot tea with some, I wanted to say mayonnaise, not mayonnaise, with some honey. And what are you doing? Are you also a game developer or a hobbyist or something? Emily Watson says, I'm doing great. What about you? I'm doing great as well, apart from throat infection. Dexterowski laughs. Okay, but what I need for begin play, once again, if I'm doing this rotation method, not set, oh my god. Emily Watson says, I'm a web developer or game developer too. Oh, nice. So what are you doing on, what are you using on your day-to-day basis? What engine and what are you working on right now? Get, and I wanted to switch. And only if we are in bound angle, I want to basically create a set of directions. So it will be bound angles vectors. And you will see what my idea is. Basically, I will, as I was saying, at the begin play, I will collect those in order points, and whenever I'm traveling, I'm just changing the vector I'm going towards. So when I'm hitting, I'm just changing my index of the vector I saved and that I'm trying to go around. It is a little bit memory heavy because I need to remember 4 vectors. It 100% can be done better, especially for shipping code in C++, just for now, for the prototype, it's alright. Emily Watson says, for now I am building a website. Can you tell me how can I get clients for web development? Oh, I never worked in web development. I only worked as a game developer. I actually never spent a minute in professional web development. So I'm not sure how to do this. I'll be honest. I am not sure, I'll be honest. Depending also what are you aiming for? Are you aiming for global market, or maybe do you want to build web pages for your local market? So that means your country or your city. Which way you want to go, right? How you get clients for game development? Emily Watson asks. Well, I'm right now employed for basically a day job. I have a contract with the indie company called Creepy Jar, and I submitted my resume. They responded, and I'm working there. I'm basically going through. Oh my God. Job offers. Yes, job offers. That's how I'm getting. And one thing I can recommend, there is this Discord server called Unreal Source that has room there called Jobs Freelance and Jobs Salary, I think, and that's where people are dropping their job offers. And there's also like looking for higher room where you can, state your business, be like, hey, I'm Emily Watson one. I'm trying to get clients for game development to build websites for you. If you're interested, hit me up. There's one place I would hit up. Dexterowski says, God bless, you didn't. Emily Watson, oh good, can you send me a server link? Yeah, I can try. Let me, real quick go there. Can I send those server links? Invite people? Yeah, I can copy. I think they have a permanent server going on. Here's the Discord server. I submitted it to Twitch chat from Unreal Source. That's one place I would hit up. So, right now we are trying to get bound angle vectors, and this is vector. Oh, and also in world space. I need to remember that. And also, it's an array. So now, I'll be going through 4 locations. So first, let's get the one. A transform. Get actor transform once again. Let me get the where the hell was that? Okay. Transform direction. So we'll get from local space to world space, and let's translate forward, which will be the forward of the whole propeller. Emily Watson 1 says, but by the way, I'm also a digital artist doing this as a side hustle. Oh, nice. Do you want to see my work? Yeah, sure. Let me send you an invite for my Discord server. And we are sharing our work there. Here you go. Yeah, so join this Discord. And here is when we are sharing our work. Dexterowski has been sharing his flame propagation work there. We all will be glad to see your work as a digital artist. So feel free to join on that Discord. And you're on the Discord. Emily Wilson says, I just subscribed to your YouTube channel. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get back to the implementation and bound angle. Yes, let's first save the this angle in the world space. Let's add another. Maybe I should just create a custom event for that because it will look ugly. Okay, I did. And event graph. Yes, I wanted to add a custom event. Initialize bound angles vectors. Let's just, use it as that. So it will be more readable. And yeah, let's just follow through with that. So we need another one. If we look at it, we are going from forward to the right, to the left, from forward to the right vector. So let's add that. It's probably a super roundabout way of going about that. Actually, do I need to really save that shit? Should I optimize that? Nah, let's not spend too much time on that because I'm sure that this implementation will lose out. So we could put it in the sequence. So it will be a little bit more readable. We got one in here. We got another one in here. Emily Watson once says, I have sent you my work. Kindly check that out and let me know what you think. Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, I will check it out after the stream, if that's not a problem. Or maybe I will just do it right now. Nice ones. I love the Miles Morales ones. Oh, Naruto and Vegeta are a nice one, and Goku. Yeah. Yeah, they look cool. You can share it on the, general group. Maybe some of the guys will be, interested or something in their logo. They are really cool. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. I'm probably going way overboard with that, and probably other programmer can look at this and be like, Ado, what the fuck are you doing? It's simple. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm tired and shit. So now we are going reverse forward, which is the back vector, really. And the last one, but not least, we are taking the left vector, which is the opposite of right. So it is -1. And that way we have our gathered on initialization our actually I don't need that here, I need that here, and that I need in begin play, because I only want to do that if we are bound to an angle, right? And that changes a little bit also our event tick and our arrowhead confirmed. Frades is here and says, I wouldn't waste much time on that bot. Also, hi. Oh, Emily Watson 1. Are you a bot? Hi, Frades. How are you doing? How is your Sunday? Mine is alright, minus the throat infection that I got going on. Frades says, I'm quite sure those bots are programmed to say that they are not a bot. Yeah, you're 100% right. If, you know, I will see that Emily Watson 1 is a bot account, you know, the ban hammer will strike both on Discord and on Twitch, so you know. I have those tools, so I'm not too bothered right now engaging. At least I gotta give it credit where credit is due. The previous bot I had on this stream just was straight up copy pasting links for like buy viewers or whatever. So that one is a little bit more sophisticated if, you know, if it is a bot. If it's not a bot, then we're sorry, Emily. Yeah, so what I wanted to do here, yeah, we have initialization going on. So how are you doing, Frades? Are you someone that works on Unreal Engine or in games? Are you a hobbyist or a professional or something? Yeah, here I'm adding add rotation speed, and here, yeah, I'm just keeping the bound angle target index. That's how I kind of want to do it. And it's just a single thing. And it should be always bound between 0 and 3. So the thing that happens here is that when we are hitting it, what we are really doing is just going increment this shit, and if that num length right minus subtract 1 always, if my index is bigger than the length, right, what we are doing is then just setting it as 0 and we're done with that shit. And the whole event tick processing, that's what we will be doing our dot product evaluation. Freight says, I don't work on it and I'm too lazy to be a hobbyist too, but I do have it installed and I mess around with it sometimes. Oh, cool. Cool. I'm the same way when it comes to like learning graphics programming, because on the day-to-day basis I work as a gameplay programmer and I wanted to learn more about rendering, right, how the graphics programming work. And you know, I have a book, I have some project going on, But it's not going very fast. I only mess around with it sometimes. When the mood strikes. Okay, so I did that, and now here. There's one thing that I also need to do on begin play. The air drag doesn't exist. At least for now. We'll be putting air drag as 0. And in degrees per second. Because we want to stop at specific point, right? But only in that version. So that stuff won't happen here anyway. So once again, I need to take that, switch on that variation. And both no charge and charge bound angle are going in here. And the bound angle works a little bit differently. Wait, I just wanted to go with the reroute. Exactly. So what we are doing right now is we will get translate our forward vector, which is essentially taking that. Now we have it in the world space, and we'll be taking that, and we'll be taking get a reference with the bound angle target. We'll be calculating the dot product, and if it is, you know, aligned, that will be nearly equal float 1. The dot product value of 1 means that they are aligned. We are stopping. We're doing that. Yep, it should work. Freight says, one thing I do enjoy are the modeling tools in Unreal Engine 5. I have tried learning Blender many times and always gave up because it's all so complicated. But one day I tried modeling tools in Unreal Engine 5 and it made much more sense to me. Oh, nice! Kudos to you! Nice! Here's the first model I managed to slap together in one day, just as an example. Oh, sorry for the long image link. I'll try to not spam much. Not a problem. One problem there is here is that I try to turn off the auto moderation on Twitch, so the links will get in. But for some reason they don't show up, really. So if you could just paste your link, but put a space between .com and the rest of the address, that way I will be able to see it. I would love to look at your first model. Yeah, I tried to... Let me get into the moderation once again. Oh my god, I don't know. I have no filtering on nothing, then I don't really know. Yeah, I still don't know what's going on and why it is like that. I have links as turned off. Oh my god, the face says, oh my god, it makes things worse. It's okay, you don't have to look at it. I would love to look at it. I don't know why Twitch does it. I'll be honest. Yeah, let me copy the Discord link. We have private Discord for those streams that I'm doing here. Feel free to join. And you know, you can send your link there, and I would love to see it. I would love to see your model, especially as it was made with Unreal Engine 5 modeling tool. That's you know, that's impressive. Okay, now let's see if this, oh yeah, let's see nothing because I haven't created a child actor. BP propeller bound angle. And once again, let's use some material to mark it in some way. Can I have something simple? Datasmith. I don't want to reference Datasmith. Yeah, let it be orange. Fuck it. Basic asset and basic asset. In class defaults. Bound angle. And now I think it should work correctly. Freight says into general, you say. Yeah, paste it into general. Right now I haven't created lots of channels in there. If the amount of, you know, posts will increase and we will need to put it more into themes, I will add more channels to it. But right now, just put everything into general. Okay, now let's test out if my bounded angle works, or will it crash because I fucked up something on indexes. It doesn't work at all. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. That's what I was doing. Now we have it. Oh, you did that with the Unreal Engine modeling? Nice! They are detailed. They are nicely detailed. Nice! Are you okay with me showing those models on stream? Because, you know, they are cool. They are really... Oh my god, something happened with my Discord. Just put it in full screen on that monitor. Yeah, they are really cool. You can do whatever you want with the pictures. Okay. All Unreal. Yeah, it's, you know, it's impressive. I tried modeling on Unreal, but I never really got far. So guys, take a peek at this. Can I open it in a browser or something? Yeah, I can. This is what Freight's made in with the Unreal Engine tool. It's nicely detailed. Really nicely detailed. And another one. What the... That's not... Copy link. That's what I wanted. Nicely detailed, nicely textured with Unreal Engine modeling tool. Kudos to you. Kudos to you. I wouldn't be able to do that. Nice. Nice. Real nice. Real nice, nice. Okay. I feel like my voice is giving out a little bit under the infection. So we are nearing the end of the stream. Maybe I will be able to debug what the hell did I messed up in here. If I were to guess, it's probably we are instantly turning off. That's my guess. Not really. We are just not moving at all. And I wonder why. Base rotation speed is still 180 degrees. Rotation direction is 0. I don't take that into the account, I guess. Yeah, I should have taken it into the account because I didn't. Yeah, I completely didn't take into the account the angle. Yeah, it goes the other way around, and also it doesn't stop at all. So that's fine. Here I should add OR actually, OR boolean, and check for another thing if that thing is smaller than 0. No, it shouldn't be with the OR. It should be another branch. So if it is actually smaller than 0, then we should go into the direction of... I way overcomplicated this. I have a tendency to do that. Because right now it should be, when we hit it, we are changing our target index. If the direction is bigger than 0, if it falls, we should decrement it. It looks so shitty. I don't like this prototype at all. And also my stopping point doesn't work. So that's not fine. Freights asks, how long have you used Unreal Engine 5 so far? I've been working professionally with Unreal Engine 5 since it basically released. So it will be 2021. So 4 years. And before that, I worked with the Unreal Engine since 2019. So 2 additional years with Unreal Engine 4. So yeah, 6 years with Unreal Engine 4 and 4 years with the C engine when I was working at Techland. So yeah, 10 years in total. Wow, time flies by. I'm a little bit over 30. Well, not a little bit, couple of years actually. 1/3 of my life I spent in game development. Not sure how to feel about that. I guess I'm happy with it because I wanted to work there. Freights asks, why does the stream title say you are still learning then, when you clearly know what you are doing? I'm still learning outside of my regular curriculum, because on the day-to-day basis, I'm working with C++, really, for gameplay purposes. And during those streams, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, right? For example, right now, I'm learning how to prototype stuff with blueprints. First of all, I'm not that great with blueprints in Unreal Engine. And second of all, I'm not a game designer. Even though I implemented gameplay elements, I usually work with the game designer that has knowledge of how to design gameplay elements to be fun. I never really did that. So I'm building a game basically to learn how to do that, how to design fun interactions in the game, right? So that's the learning part. The same way I'm also sometimes having streams when I'm just taking a new plugin that I never used before and I'm learning how to use that. Sometimes going way above what I'm doing. Like for example, I had some PCG, procedural content generation streams that were more connected with art stuff, and I'm not an artist at all, right? Or with some light tech art stuff. I have a couple of other streams connected to more tech art or art things. Eventually, I would love to stream more in C++. That's where the description will be like, okay, I actually know a little bit more what I'm doing, but still I want to, you know, tackle topics that I haven't been able to tackle in my day job, right? So those are the portions of learning, getting out of my comfort zone, things that I'm doing in the day work as a C++ gameplay programmer, and, you know, stretching out, right? Freight says, okay, that makes sense. I'm glad I was able to clarify that. Yeah, I get how it might be confusing. Oh, 10 years in game development? What the fuck? Why are you still writing that you're learning? To be honest, I could spend 30 years in game development and I still will be learning. Like I said previously, I'm no graphics programmer. I would love to learn that a lot. Attempted to access index 4 from array boundless angles. Ah, okay. That's what I thought, that I'm fucking up angles. Right? Because I made some error with the angles. But it should go to 4 up here. That's where, okay, I should just do it a little bit differently. If the index is equals my length. Yeah, slight mistake. Those happens usually. So now it should not happen. But wait. 1 second. I only hit this thing once. Then it should not get the index of 4 from this arrow. What the flying hell? Yeah. It still produces this arrow. Okay. What the... How do you produce this error when... You don't even go in here during the tick? Something fishy is going on in here. Or maybe my throat infection is also messing up my ability to think logically. But if I'm getting a blueprint error right now that basically says, hey, you are trying to get the element out of this array that doesn't exist here, I should be hitting this event tick breakpoint, and I'm not. So also another thing, I just realized the air drag also should be only calculated in another method of processing, right? So that thing really should be put in here. Then we do calculation for a drag. Now it looks awful. That's why don't really work with blueprints on the day-to-day basis. This code would be way more script readable if it was a C++ game code. And another thing that I see that doesn't really happen is I don't initialize bound angles vectors. Why? I don't need that anymore. What is going on? I have some weird error in here. What? Rotation bound angle. I'll be quite honest, you guys, I have no idea what is going on. Finally, okay, I just haven't selected the proper thing to debug. I didn't select the proper object. Yeah, so it's going here, right? The bound. Why did it jump in all the way to the 4 immediately? And how it didn't stop there? I need to... Okay, that works. I need to get in here because something weird is going on. I'm not calling 4 times this thing, right? It's 0. I hit it in such direction. Yep, I took the whole length and set it as the index that I should get array from. So that's not right. And also I messed up on that. Okay. And now it's free. And it should be correct. And the one thing that I don't think I did is... No, I did set actor enabled, tick enabled to false. What, do I never... That's... not really right. Perfect moment for that song. I don't need that breakpoint anymore. It's funny, I'm spending time on the prototype that I'm sure I will be like, yeah, I don't like that. I like the other two much more better. Much better. So... the tolerance, and I will explain why it's wasn't working in a hot second. Yep, that was the error. And yeah, let's play. But it's still moving right now, which doesn't make sense to me, because I set the actor tick enabled to this. Maybe I should set tick. But that's weird because other actor tick enables, maybe it wasn't working. as well. Maybe it was just stopping moving while it wasn't really. Not really sure. Let's put it in here. And it should rotate only 90 degrees, really. And it's not. For some reason, I have some bug. But still, it's not really that fun to just shoot it and it just stops. At some point, after it rotates certain amount of degrees. That one is way better. The more I charge, the more it moves. That's way better. And that one is fine too. But I think the one that on the previous stream Dexterovsky suggested, that's the winner. Yeah, so basically why it wasn't really working in here was, why it wasn't stopping, was because it was trying to calculate the dot product, right? And it could never hit being super close to 1, which means the two vectors are aligned, because between two frames, calculation was as such that we were escaping the error tolerance margin. So that's why it wasn't really stopping. But why it's not stopping at the 90 degrees, that one I'm not sure about. And my throat is so dying right now. Bleh. It's horrible. Yeah, so the winner of today's design implementations, when it comes to like, okay, what kind of wind propeller action I want to have, is the green guy. The one where if I charge my shot the most, it will start moving the most, but for some reason from that far it wasn't working. Ah! I'm falling. So that is the winner. Why the first shot moves it in the wrong way? That's one bug to find out. But that one is the most fun. So let's use that one to spice up this interaction. I mean, let's reverse that. Let's once again show the interaction. But maybe let's put the player start in a proper place. Let's put it in here, let's put it in here, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Okay, gun model is in the wrong angle. Yep, and there's even more wrong with this gun. It's a bow. Right now I'm using totally placeholder meshes, because the idea is that if I will have satisfaction with those ugly graphics just from pure gameplay point of view, after adding proper graphics it will be even more fun. So the idea is, yes, I could right now spend some time on modeling the bow and the arrow, but if my mechanics, underlying gameplay mechanics suck, what I end up with is great bow model and arrow model and bad gameplay, right? And I could always, you know, either do it myself or, you know, hire an artist to prepare a great model for me. But the great model won't, you know, change the fact that the gameplay might suck, right? So The idea is to play around with ugly prototypes, super ugly prototypes, just bare minimum of audiovisual feedback. But that bare minimum should, be satisfying. Kinda like some guys when they are, creating a platformer prototype. At the beginning, they are just playing as a tic-tac, a capsule running around and jumping. If that feels fine, then, they got it. Adding proper visuals will even increase the amount of fun that you will derive from the gameplay, right? So I'm testing out that theory. And, we'll see if it is working. Freight say, just don't hire whoever made models. I need a quick second. I'm back. Freight says, your 1 second is up. Time to return. Yeah, sorry for that. Like I said previously, I have a throat infection and it's giving out right now, my throat, so I will be ending soon. And I had an online doctor appointment. It was supposed to be at 3, but the doctor was like, hey, I have time right now, let's call the guy. So I really had to take it. And right now I have, order for medicines. After this stream, I will go straight to pharmacy that is actually open today. That I need to find. And I will be able to get the healing process going on. So hopefully on the next stream, I will not have a throat infection and I will sound a little bit better. And I will function a little bit better. So the basic interaction one of the basic interactions that I have right now is I have this thing that produces flame bubbles. The wind actor, which currently doesn't have any visual cues, I need to add them, even placeholdery ugly ones, moves those bubbles with fire in the air. And I can shoot at it to start flame propagation along flammable objects, so I can unlock the pathway to the golden object that I can collect by shooting at it. And you can witness all messed up chaos destruction. And I collected 1 star. At least for now it's all about star collecting, it will be different. I have also water bubbles there, we can see things are in flames. I can just shoot at it and it will put out. Those flames, so I have this interaction. And I just wanted to add another element to spice up, and this small interaction. So I could have more elements to play around with. So let's delete that wind actor. Let's put in propeller charge. And let's not align it perfectly, actually. Let's align it imperfectly. Just make sure that it will be covering the bubbles while they are spawning via spawner. Oh, they are moving, but superbly slow. So that one I have to also speed up. Wind actor base. Let's speed this up. Wind strength 300. I don't remember what it was in the base implementation. It's alright. There's one thing that I haven't taken into the account. I want to edit the extents of this wind actor, right? I need to figure that out, on another stream, how to make it extensible per child actor, but yeah, for now I'll just take... Can I do it in here? No, I can just scale it. So let's scale this shit. And the whole Unreal froze. Will it crash? No, not really. Let's put in like 40. But let's unlock the axis. Oh, wrong way. Even bigger. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it like that. It should be long enough. Yeah, it is. So it can move through the air. and die there. Nice. Okay. Now let's rotate it 90 degrees. It should spice up and give me more tools to create like the whole sequence where I need to collect like 6 of them, being stationary in one spot and just, you know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, for some reason I introduced the bug. Whoa, that is also funny. I need to do it that way. Did I overshot it? No, it's actually right now almost correct, but correct enough for me to do that. Yeah, it spiced it up. It did spice it up. And I could retry that. I can even try to shoot at it from that angle. Whoa, and I overshot it a little bit, but still I can do that. Yeah, and now this propeller can also move water bubbles and all the other kinds of things that are floating in the air. So I can start builds, I can try to build some sequence on the next stream. The way I envision it is I am standing in one place. I have like, I don't know, 6 or 5 stars to collect. And just using those elements, flammable component, bubble spawner, and wind actors, I have to build it in such a way that I have a couple of ways of achieving my... No, there are a couple of different challenges to collect those stars. Yeah, I feel like right now I have enough to come up with some kind of sequence. Okay. So, my voice is really giving out right now. I really need to go for medicines to the pharmacy, find the open one. I think I know where one is. But just before the time is up, I need to do one thing that I am doing every stream right now. Is we have this ugliest Half-Life 3 logo ever at the altar of GameDev. Let's burn this sucker. So Valve will produce another Half-Life at some point, hopefully free, but we will accept any, really. And we're done. And we're done. Okay. So, even though I was I have a throat infection, etc. Freight says, why 3? I mean 3 as Half-Life 3 or whatever they decide to call it. Just basically we need more Half-Life games from Valve. I'm just a big Half-Life fan. And it was just, a joke like, okay, I created those flammable vines. What can I build with them to see if it works in a funny way? And I was like, yeah, let's burn this ugly thing. Yeah, so even though I had a throat infection and it really hurts to speak, and I made lots of errors in there, and I stumbled while trying to implement propeller with the bound angles way too more than I wanted, and it doesn't work the way I wanted, but the winner was clear the moment I implemented the one based on suggestion from Dexterovskis from last stream, where me charging my bow, which looks like an ugly gun, the amount of charge translates to the amount of rotation. That is really awesome. And I will be able to build a lot of shit with that. Lots of sequences on the next stream. And we will be also using modeling tools there to quickly do the level design. So, you know, Freights, if you will be on the next stream, I would love to learn more from you about that. Like Dekterovsky showed me as a level design quick modeling feature, the cube grid, which I fell in love with it in literally in a second, and we'll be using a lot of that to create a sequence on the next stream. So yeah, now I need to go to pharmacy. So it was a nice stream. I managed to push through the full stream. Yay! Congrats me. Okay. So, without further ado, I wish you guys have a nice Sunday and a nice next week. Ciao, bye bye, and have a nice day. Bye bye.